Hey guys, here Mark the Geek. In this video, I'm gonna share my review of the Samsung Galaxy S5. And this is being done after 2 weeks of usage since the phone was released. This has been my only driver, so I hope you guys like the video. Let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, let's talk about very briefly about the specs of this phone. This phone has the latest Snapdragon 801, which is clocked at 2.5 gigahertz. So of course, this is a quad-core phone. It also has the latest GPU, which is the Adreno 330, and it only has 2 gigabytes of RAM. I say only 2 because there's already a couple phones already with 3 gigabytes of RAM, like the Galaxy Note 3 and the Sony Xperia Z2. But I gotta say, this phone actually gives you good scores. Like you see right here, this is the Antutu benchmark, and it always gives me good scores. Also, it feels very snappy. It doesn't matter what you're doing on this phone, everything feels very snappy. That also thanks to Samsung's new UI, which is a good refresh for TouchWiz as well, and it helps the phone, you know, feel a lot better, a lot snappier, very less laggy than it used to be before, because the Samsung actually slimmed down a little bit TouchWiz, which is good because when you keep it slim, you keep it faster as well. That's good as well. And I can see everything here changed, like the notification center as well. And you know, thanks to the design of the TouchWiz and the specs of this phone, I gotta say the phone actually feels very snappy. It doesn't matter what you're doing on this phone, it feels very fast. Games here on this phone also play very good. Of course, there's always gonna be games that lag, but believe me, it's not because of this phone, it's because of the problem that we have with Android, that we have so many different Android devices. It's not that easy for developers to have a game that runs equally as good on the Galaxy Note 3 than on the Galaxy S5 or on the HTC One. That's something to be expected, but other than that, this phone, it doesn't matter what you do, it feels very freaking snappy. One of the most beautiful features of this phone is the 5.1 Super AMOLED screen, which has a resolution of 1920 by 1080p. It also has the pixel per inch is around 480 if I'm not mistaken. And I gotta say, everything that you see in this screen just truly pops out. Looks very beautiful. Videos, gameplays, it doesn't matter what you see in this screen, it will look gorgeous. Since we're talking about beautiful images on the screen, let's talk about the camera. This phone has a 16 megapixel rear facing camera with an LED flash like you see right there. It also has a 2 megapixel camera in the front, which also records video at 1080p. And I gotta say, this camera is super impressive. One of the best cameras that I've ever owned on a smartphone. It takes awesome video, awesome pictures, quality as well. One of the greatest features that I love this year is the HDR feature. What I like about the HDR feature is that when you tap and you turn it on and off, you can actually see the changes before and after you take the picture. Another thing that I like is that when you finally decide to leave the HDR on and you decide to take a picture, it takes a picture right away. It takes a picture very fast. Contrary to other phones that I've tried before, the HDR, like, you know, it takes a time to process, and if you move the camera, it automatically is gonna blur your photo. Another thing, this camera also records at 4K or Ultra HD, which is 380/40 by 2160. Very good quality video. Also, of course, it has a new feature which is being touted a lot, which is the selective focus. The selective focus is a feature where you take a picture of an object and everything behind the object automatically becomes blurry. It is a very cool feature, not a feature that I will be using a lot, but hey, it's good to have it, and it actually works very good. Sometimes you have to take the picture more than once for it to work properly, but it still works, and it works very nice. I like it. Another great feature that I like about this phone is the battery life. This phone has a 2800 milliamp per hour battery, but it has a very good battery life. Like you see right here, I took a screenshot right there, 15 hours and 29 minutes, and I still had 32% of battery. Right here, I did 8 hours and 32 minutes, and I still had 42% of battery life, which is just freaking amazing. Another great feature that Samsung did to save battery life is the power saving mode, which is the normal power saving mode that we get on every other Samsung Galaxy S phone. And it also has the ultra power saving mode, which I call it the extreme mode. It has an amazing feature that when you turn it on, it completely changes your phone to a black and white looking theme, and it restricts a lot of apps, but it gives you a lot more battery life. That's great for when you are away from your home and you forgot your charger and you know you're gonna run out of battery life. That is an awesome feature to have. One of my favorite features of the Galaxy Note 3 that's here on the Galaxy S5 is the USB 3.0 port, which is awesome because thanks to that port and the cable that it comes with this phone, it charges the phone very fast, and that's a feature that I really like. I'm telling you, you can fully charge the phone from weight 0 to 100%. Like I would say, like in less than an hour and a half, or maybe less. And I gotta say, it's very good. It also enables a lot more faster transfer rate if you're transferring a lot of files from your phone to your computer as well, which is very good. Another thing that I can see right here, the USB port is covered by a flap, and that's because this time around this is a water and dust resistant phone. Certification is IP67, which is very good. Dust and water resistant. Another thing to keep in mind, besides this, the rear part of this battery cover has a gasket, a water gasket all around it. Make sure if you in the future try to replace the rear battery cover, make sure the cover actually has that gasket, because if it doesn't, it will disable the dust and water resistant on this phone. One thing that you're going to notice when you turn on this phone and go like this is you're going to see this feature right here that's called My Magazine. This is basically a news aggregator from Samsung. This was available a year back already, but it was not set up as a home page or home screen like you see right here. So when you slide to the left, you're gonna see this right here. This is basically, honestly, like Flipboard but worse. Like you see right here, everything that you get from there is coming from Flipboard. I don't really like it, so to turn it off, all I have to do is press and hold there, go here, and just turn off here My Magazine. And now when you go back, you're not gonna see that feature ever again. One of the newest features on this phone is a heart rate monitor. Like you see right there, right next to the LED flash. When you open up the heart rate monitor app using the widget right there, you place your finger right here and it automatically lights up your finger like you see right there, and it starts measuring your blood pressure. Now that's a feature that honestly I don't really care that's in the phone, and I know a lot of people are not gonna care either, but yeah, it's in the phone. One thing, I was actually using it every single day, right? But one thing that truly pissed me off is that I think it was yesterday or the day before, I think this app actually got updated and it deleted my whole 2 weeks of monitoring my blood pressure. Now Samsung, why are you gonna do that? Why are you gonna update your app and completely delete my history of blood pressure if you really want people to use this and take it serious? So for me, you know, it's a feature that it doesn't really needs to be there. It's there, but well, yeah, it's there. I don't really care that's there. Now, one feature that's supposed to be a big selling point for this phone is the fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner is here on the home button, and it's supposed to let you unlock your phone, which is not accurate and very annoying. It's supposed to verify Samsung account, which I do not use, and it lets you pay with PayPal, which I don't use PayPal to pay at the stores. And you can register up to 3 fingerprints. Let me go ahead here. Okay, recognize it there for the first time. I gotta say it, but it becomes very annoying. I was using this feature for more than a week. Believe me, I gave it a big chance, but I just couldn't no more. I couldn't no more, so I had to turn it off. This is a feature that I really don't care about. If it doesn't work when I want to unlock my phone, hey, I am just gonna turn it off. Sorry, Samsung. It doesn't let you, when you have it enabled, it doesn't let you access absolutely anything. You can't even access your notification center, which kind of sucks. And that's a feature right there that I use a lot when my phone is locked. So if I can't use this when my phone is locked, I am not going to use the fingerprint scanner. It's kind of crazy because it actually lets you take pictures. It actually lets you take pictures, but it doesn't let you turn off your toggles or anything else. So I ended up, after a week and a half, I ended up turning it off. If you're buying this phone for the fingerprint scanner alone, think twice, because believe me, most likely you're just gonna turn it off. One feature that I'm kind of tired already of seeing on Galaxy S phones is the small speaker here in the back. This is the Galaxy S5 Samsung, so why, since the Galaxy S1, we keep getting a crappy little speaker here in the back? You know, I think that's not fair. You know, this is the Galaxy S5. And so obviously you're putting a lot of gimmicks like the heart rate monitor, you're putting the fingerprint scanner, which doesn't really work that much, but you can't give us good speakers. Why is that? I don't get it. You know, I think that's something that Samsung should not be forgiven for. And you know, I don't like it. Yes, it sounds a little bit loud, but that's all. Sometimes it sounds loud. But the one thing that I don't like about having the speaker right there is that when you're listening to something or watching a video and you put the phone down, automatically the sound goes drastically very down. It sounds very bad. And even my Galaxy Note 3, which has the speakers right here in the side, sounds a lot better than this phone. You know, Samsung can improve the sound if they want. Obviously, they don't want. I don't know why. They could put two speakers here in the bottom if they want. They could put a speaker here and here if they want. Or they could put the speakers in the front if they want. But, you know, that's something that I don't get, Samsung. You know, if I'm not mistaken, since the Galaxy S1, there's always been one speaker, and it has always been somewhere here in the back. Okay guys, so that's it. This is all I have to say about this phone. Like I said, this is a very good phone. It has very great specs. It has an amazing camera, has an amazing, nice, beautiful 5.1-inch screen. It is a very good package, and Samsung has done very good by improving the phone, of course, instead of the speaker, but they done a very good job improving the phone overall performance, and they have improved TouchWiz as well, which is very good. Now, should you buy this phone? Honestly, if you have the Galaxy S4, there's no reason to buy this phone at all. Not for the heart rate monitor and not for the heart rate fingerprint scanner. There's no reason at all to buy this phone. But yes, it has very good battery life, which most likely has better battery life than the Galaxy S4. This port right here is very good, and the screen, of course, is very beautiful, but the Galaxy S4 also has a very good screen as well. I will be keeping my Galaxy Note 3. I'll be switching to my Galaxy Note 3 right after this video. I'd rather use the Galaxy Note 3. I like the screen a lot better. I like the performance, real life performance of the Galaxy Note 3 a lot better. It has the 3 gigabytes of RAM. Another thing that I love about the Galaxy Note 3 is that it has a 32 gigabytes of memory. This has only a 16 gigabytes memory, and you only get around 9 gigabytes available for you. So a couple games and a couple apps, and the memory is already full, because you can't install apps in the external memory card, which is a negative. You know, that's a negative that's been going on for a while already, and you know, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks that, you know, yeah, you could put a 128 gigabyte card, but the games and the apps has to be installed in the internal memory. So for me, that's a very big negative. I find myself in the last couple weeks deleting a lot of apps and deleting games, because I need to make more space for other games. Yes, you can move your pictures and videos when you take with the camera. You can move them, you can save them to the external, but that's basically it. And you can also move a couple data from some apps to the external as well. But you know, that kind of sucks. And honestly, it is a great phone, like I said, but I will be switching to my Galaxy Note 3. So just in case you guys start asking me in other videos. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about this phone. This was my review and my personal opinion of this phone after 2 weeks of usage. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.